I promised you some new videos, so here I am. It's 4 a.m. in Korea. I have jet lag, and so let's go hiking, I guess? Alright. First stop, of course, before a nice hiking trip is some liquid. This is some Korean natural medicine. I think it's some sort of ginseng drink. It's very bitter, very sweet, very tasty. It's you learn to like it after time. But originally, it doesn't seem that great. So where am I? Well, this is a little suburb of Incheon, which is a suburb of Seoul. Well, this is part of Incheon, but it's a residential area. This is a nightlife zone, but it's 4 a.m. and the nightlife is all just about dead here. So, we're gonna go hiking up for a mountain and see if I can show you the Songdo. Songdo is the reclaimed land, planned city that's been going on for the past, I think, about 20 years or so, and they're still reclaiming land, they're still building. It's massive. So let's go, folks. Sponsored unofficially by Sanghwa. One of the things I forgot about Korea is that you can walk basically anywhere. All those apartment complexes have trails to them. They're not restricted to people that live there. Everything's safe. It's 4 in the morning. It's bright. There's no worries here. There's no concern about people jumping out of dark corners, because there's really no dark corners, even at 4 a.m. And folks, it has been 4 years since I've been to this country. And I landed at the airport yesterday, 3 p.m. And I didn't feel like another country. I felt like home. I felt like I'm back home. This is just another home halfway around the world. And, gosh, coming from Texas heat. By the way, I live in Texas now, for those of you who don't know, because I haven't uploaded in like 3 years. I live in Texas now. And in Texas, when I left, it was 37 degrees Celsius. And here it's like 25. So summer has not come upon Korea yet in the beginning of June. How wonderful is that? Alright, I promised you hiking. Let's go hiking. First, of course, some more sights and sounds of walking around in rural Korea. These parks are basically everywhere, and every little apartment complex has them. Just nice, cool area, free. People working out here in the morning, doing some kinesthetic exercises to start the day. So I got a little bit lost finding the entrance of this park, mountain park trail, but there's nothing that is more sure than a group of Korean middle-aged women, they're called ajumas, working out in the park at 5 a.m. So I just asked them how to go, and they were just as happy as could be that I could speak Korean and help me out. And then I left, and then they made all sorts of comments about me and started laughing, which is also par for the course. Just kind of get used to it at some point. It's kind of fun, actually. Let's go! Of course, it wouldn't be Korea if I didn't start out with a little morning workout here on my routine. So here we go. The other thing I forgot about here, folks, is that in this country, it does feel like there's no trash cans in the entire place. Like an entire country built with no trash cans. And also, surprisingly, absolutely no trash. Well, that's not exactly true, neither one of those statements, but it sure feels that way. It's super clean. And there's also seemingly no place for me to put my trash. So I do know that I have to carry this along with me, because I purchased it, for the next hour and a half without throwing it away. And the reason I don't throw it away in the street, it's not because it's illegal, it's not because I won't go to jail, it's just because I would get shamed to death. And for those of you who know, there's just something special about Korean people shaming you to death. It makes you feel like it's actually shameful, and I don't want to be a shameful person. So, oh, here comes the stairs. Yes, sir. Yep. Leave it to me to underestimate how dark and steep these mountain hills are in the morning. I think I'm clearly the first one here. Here's the view. Can't really see the darkness. Can't see how dark it is because my camera's amazing. But you can kind of get a view of what this trail looks like in the middle of the night. I've met all the cobwebs already. I'm clearly the first one on the trail. Well, 2 roads diverged in the Korean road. Sorry I could not travel them both, but being one biggie, long I stood and looked down one as far as I could until it bent into the straggly trees that we might call undergrowth. One went up, one went down. And I looked at it with a frown and tried to figure out which way was town. But all of those that passed in there had warned them both about the same. I'm mixing my rhyming here, I know. Then took the other as just as fair. Wait, which other? This poem is not making sense. But I decided to go up because, why give up so early? So let's go down this way. See if we can catch that morning sunrise off of the Seoul Incheon skyline. That's what I'm looking forward to. I've actually never hiked this early in the morning, never seen the sunrise in Korea. And that's a whole long story that you might understand better when you understand the way that I lived Korea the first time, which was not a morning person. So we'll see what we can do. And I made the right choice. This trail came up to a sign with a larger trail here and a larger trail here. That gives me some interesting. Now, this bottom one says Dolekya, and that means that the kind of the loop trail that goes around. And then Puren Songdo Peksuji. And that's the Sondo overlook, and that's where I'm going. So I look forward to that. This way, here we go. Incheon Jongju-gu. But it's been 4 years since I've seen y'all. 4 years. And that's kind of a long time. And so, what's been going on? Well, I was in Korea 2020. COVID hit. The world ended a little bit. And I'm going in a circle here, and I don't know where I'm going. Like, not figuratively with my speech, but literally with this trail. I'm gonna go back this way. And, so, Minnie C and I have been living apart for about 6 years, different parts of the world, and we decided to call it quits. And I don't mean with each other, I mean living apart. That means we decided to live closer to each other. So I left Korea, lost again and saved by a kind, another morning Korean hiker. This one was of the male variety. Did not seem quite as interested in giving me the help. That's pretty typical as well. Anyways, as I was saying, decided to move back to the USA to be near Minnie C, so I wouldn't have to fly 4 or 5 times a year, for 1 week trips, 30 hours each way, 25 hours each way. And so I looked for a job closer to where Minnie C was living, and it was in Florida. And if you've read the news, Florida has the lowest paying teacher salaries of the whole country. And I just didn't find one that didn't make me feel like I was being the lowest paid worker I'd ever been in my entire teaching career. So I decided to move to Atlanta, which is about 5 hours away by drive from Minnie C. And so we didn't live together, but we improved our lot a little bit. Every weekend I could come down to see her, or every other weekend, just driving 10 hours instead of flying 24 hours one way. And so that's the way that we lived for the last 3 years. Minnie C graduated. She got her PhD. She is now a doctor. She's now a professor. She's all those wonderful things that many of us wish that we were, myself included, or not. I mean, it's a hard job too. And she's now living in Dallas, Texas, and so am I. So Dallas, Texas is where we call home, and we're back to Korea. I'm back to Korea for the first time in 4 years, and I haven't posted videos because it's been not as interesting to take videos and make it in USA, and to be honest, it's a little bit depressing at times. When I was living by myself, I didn't have a lot of energy, but now that I've been living with Minnie C again, my mood is up. I've lost weight. Lots of things going good in my life. My doctor says my health is the best it's been in years. And so I guess, you know what they say about like love and happiness. I actually have no idea what they say, but I'll say that it's good for you for every aspect of the world. So this is my morning 5 a.m. rant, jet lagged in South Korea. Let's see if we can take some more views of the things, and I won't talk to you again until I find a nice view. I don't know if I'm going to find it. I'm going down the mountain now, and I still didn't find it. So, I did promise you no more talking, but I don't think I'm going to find the views. So instead, I'm going to show you the trail I'm going to go down. I'm looking straight ahead of me right now. Here's a sunrise, and this, my friends, is where we're going. And yes, it's very steep, and I don't have the shoes for hiking, but it doesn't matter because who's died at 5 in the morning in Korea in a trail before? Not me. I haven't done it, and I don't plan on doing it today either. So this might be the end of the video if I don't find anything better to show you. But I might just show you something at the end just to make you happy. But while we're at it, this is not a great first video back. I gotta be honest, because I'm jet lagged. It's the morning. It's not exciting. I'm just hiking. But why not like and subscribe? Support an old guy out, 4 years older than I used to be. happier. But, you know, all these young people on YouTube making all the big bucks, and old folks like me, what hope do we have except you? What hope do we have except you? So, like and subscribe, folks. Take my guilt trip, and please use it to like and subscribe. I don't know if you got the hint or not, but that's what I'm asking you to do. Great. Comment if you want. Give me some good hints for another video to make while I'm in Incheon, South Korea, suburb of Seoul, where the airport is. It's actually the better city. Many people in Incheon would tell you. I don't know what to say. All right. I'm rambling. Goodbye. Do-do-do. I found it! The view! Kinda anyway. It's not exactly the one I was looking for, but it is here. Here you can see Songdo a little bit. It's not the greatest view of it, but here's some apartments. Down this way is Incheon morning. You can kind of see some of the buildings in the background. It's an endless city, kind of like Tokyo, or about 24 million people live in the metro area. Right down here you can see the apartment where my in-laws live and where I'm going to be staying, and here we go. This, my friend, is one small view of the Songdo area, but not a great one. Songdo's massive, and I don't see any of the big, massive buildings of the island from here, but we'll find another view next time, folks. Thanks for living with me. Now, the other thing I found is the trail, since I see my in-laws' apartment. That'll probably get me back to, I was lost there for a bit, but I'm no longer lost, I think, if this trail doesn't end. See you later, folks. Like and subscribe. More fun stuff coming. Food, if you like that type of thing, is on the way. Perhaps even a little homemade breakfast tour when I get back. Woo!